We have a lot of schools doing a lot of really exciting programs, not just pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, but also higher education. I mean, you travel around this state and you go to the schools and you see what they're doing, and they're doing STEM education. There's a school district in Sussex County that's got a program that helps with technology, part of science, technology, and math. I want the people in Newcastle County to know about it. If there's something going on at a higher education level at Del Tech or the University of Delaware, Delaware State, where one has a program that's working for them or they're having good communication within the school district, I want that to happen. The extent that business is finding out what works and what doesn't work. And one of the things we want to do is do more of what does business need? What kind of workforce do we really need in the future in order for business to be successful?
We need to have a STEM education for all kids, something that puts them on in a position where they're going to be prepared for anything, whatever they decide to do. In the middle school here, they actually teach robotics. You know, it's a very simple Lego robotics, but, you know, it kind of gets kids thinking about, you know, the programming basics, just getting their heads wired in a way so that eventually down the road, maybe they'll be prepared for those kinds of careers.
One of the big things we have to do, not just in Delaware, this is a national problem, is more women and minorities. We could really fill this gap if we just get more women involved. And when you look at this state, where you've got the two of our biggest business and best business, W.L. Gore's led by Terry Kelly, an engineer, and DuPont's led by Ellen Kuhlman, who's an engineer, women engineers. Women should feel like engineering is really a good place for them to be going. They don't feel that way. This is a national problem. Here in Delaware, I think we have plenty of role models of women and minorities who have majored in STEM and done well.
Also, we're missing some things that are very significant, like engineering education for all kids. We don't really see that right now. And we don't see computer science engineering education as well.
Very few Delawareans, students who took the AP course or passed the AP course in computer science. Computer science is an area that's going to go in the future. You look at computers and you think they're pretty self-packaged, but that's not the case. When you look out at a big portion of jobs, computer science is important.
We know that when looking at employment projections for Delaware, by 2018, 55% of all STEM jobs are going to be in the computational sciences. But we don't really have a lot to prepare students for those kinds of careers. So how are we going to fit those in, and where, you know, what's the role? How do you prepare somebody for those jobs?
It isn't just STEM majors, science, technology, and math majors we're interested in. I suggest every student should be taking a computer science course. Every school should have computer science courses, because what's going to happen, English majors, history majors are really going to be important as we look into the future as part of this. 60%, we feel it's something, 60% of the workforce in the future is going to need, not be STEM majors, but need STEM skills. What people are going to need are people that aren't going to major in STEM, but it sure would help if they took a course down here in John Singer's lab. It'd be good if some of the people that aren't going to need STEM education, that aren't going to be PhDs, had some STEM skills.
The way the classroom actually operates, I think very fundamentally, classes need to be more student-centered, more project-based. There has to be more opportunities for the math and sciences and the technology and engineering to all come together.
English, math, history, arts, agriculture, all those things are still incredibly, incredibly important. So it shouldn't be like we should take everything and just put it all on just STEM education. But STEM education is an important part of it. As I say, I think having STEM education for people that aren't majoring in STEM is really one of the breakthrough ideas, I think, of this report for Delaware.